So I have touched upon copying formula several times in this, but I just want to go over it a bit more explicitly. So let's call this copying. So suppose we've got some numbers here. In fact, what I'll do is I will just copy some of these over. So let's auto sum these. Now this is normally when you do a formula of any kind, you get this where there's nothing, there's no dollar signs there. So if we copy it along, the B there will change to a C, change to a D. So it automatically, when it copies, it automatically changes. Now, supposing we wanted to copy this down, we don't want that to happen because we want the rows to be fixed at 2 to 12. We want that in every formula. But supposing we copy this down, that one changes to 3 to 13. So we're already including that 5,000 in. This one is in B4 to 14. So obviously this is nonsensical because there's no reason why we would want to copy it down. But in other situations you might want to copy that down. So this is an example of relative referencing, and this is absolute. And we're going to make it absolute by changing this formula. Well, we'll call it absolute rows. By fixing the rows, so changing that 12, putting a dollar sign in front of it and dollar sign 2, which fixes everything. So now when we copy that down, it's the same because each one is fixed at 2. And we can do the same things here, so we can make this one relative. So let's do a total here. So let's just copy that across. So you've got the same problems before, it's just changing, so that's B to G, then it changes C to H, which is including that, then it's D to I, and then it's I to J. We don't want that to happen in this case, so we're just going to change put a dollar sign in front of the column and then just dragging that over. There we go, and that's the same now because B, G stay the same because I fixed it. And of course you can change both at once. So supposing you have here a grand total of everything. Let's just select this. Let's say you want to fix everything. Now another way of fixing it is if you select it like that, so it's in edit mode, and you press F4, you see that's changed, it sort of adds dollar signs where the B is selected, so every time you press it, it changes it. So if you don't physically like them, then you can do the same with the G. Just press F4 once and it changes to an absolute reference. If you don't like manually inserting dollar signs, you can use the F4 function. And now wherever you copy this, along, down, whatever, it's always the same because all these are fixed by absolute reference. So I hope that's explained a bit about copying formulae, because if you don't understand this, you're going to get really unstuck.